You want to support Roland Martin Unfiltered? Be sure to join our Bring the Funk fan club. Every dollar that you give to us supports our daily digital show. There's only one daily digital show out here that keeps it black and keep it real as Roland Martin Unfiltered. Support the Roland Martin Unfiltered daily digital show by going to RolandMartinUnfiltered.com. You can make this possible. I'm confused. A Missouri Legislative Committee, they held a hearing, y'all, on race and racism curriculum, but they ain't invite no black people. Many white parents, teachers, and scholars testified at the invite-only Joint Committee on Education hearing, most of them criticizing critical race theory. You know, the thing that's not being taught in Missouri schools. Now, the committee leader, GOP Senator Cindy O'Laughlin, says the purpose of the hearing was to highlight voices of parents against critical race theory that claims school officials have ignored their complaints. O'Laughlin also says she invited an associate professor of teaching specializing in black history, but he declined to testify. Ooh, she invited one black person. Now, folks, well, first of all, it's not clear if that professor actually was black. Missouri NAACP President Rod Chappelle joins us right now on Roland Martin Unfiltered. Glad to have you on the show. So, was the hearing about critical race theory? Again, that's not being taught in Missouri schools. It's all a BS lie. But if you're gonna have a conversation on race and curriculum, yeah, you might want to invite some black folks, especially with Missouri's racist history in the United States.
That's right. That's right. You couldn't be more right. What we were supposed to be doing was having a hearing where we were at least going to be able to partake in an informational session. That's what they told everybody. As president of the NAACP, I have often and many times, even as a trial lawyer, been in front of these committees trying to offer testimony to enlighten the committee. Here we have a joint committee, and it came out during the committee that these people who were testifying weren't the experts that we were told that they were. That was a justification for not allowing real Missouri citizens to be able to testify for or against critical race theory. Instead, these are people who were hand-selected by the chair of the committee. That's not how these hearings are supposed to go.
What we keep showing is how these crazy, deranged white conservatives are when it comes to trumping up critical race theory. And then they got all these equally ignorant and clueless white conservative followers who fall for the okie doke. And yes, they have a few loony black people mixed in there. And they're just going on and on about critical race theory as if it's this major issue, and it's not. And so this is why they deserve to be called out for sheer stupidity.
That's right. That's right. And in Missouri, it's a part of a continuing narrative where they intend to silence anyone who has an opposing viewpoint. You know, there's a law that they tried to pass where if you were driving if you were a protester or an advocate and you happened to be in the street, someone could run you over and not suffer any criminal liability. They had another one where if you say the name of a police officer, allegedly doxing them by identifying them by their, family given name, that you could be charged with a felony and prosecuted in a county that you never even set foot in. And then you have this hearing where taxpayers came from a long way and the room was packed. We had moms, we had dads, we had professionals, we had people who just cared about the issue of education, who came to testify and let their voice be heard to this committee, and they were silenced too. That's what's happening in Missouri. Jim Crow is intended to be the rule of the day, and that's why the Missouri Travel Advisory for the NAACP is still in effect.
So I take it her position just pretty much was, this is really just no big deal. Y'all pipe down. And also she invited one person. Wow, that was it?
Right. And now my understanding of that one person invite was that they invited this professor who does have a full-time job on Friday at best. Nobody could ever pin down how that invitation was delivered or what time, but it was alluded to from among the committee members that it happened on Friday. And then the other thing that really just blew my mind is that she said, well, we're going to have another committee hearing on this, right? Wait, so you call an informational session that's not really informational at all, and then you deny people the right to speak, and then when people who were in the gallery there watching this committee process just can't believe that this is happening, and they're commenting to themselves, not loudly, they were literally shushed by the committee, told to be quiet.
Well, we see craziness is happening all across the country. Keep up the fight, and then we'll see what happens next there in the Show Me state with Republicans who control the legislature. Missouri NAACP President Rod Chappelle, we appreciate it. Thanks a lot.
Thank you. Thanks for having me.
Folks, back to our Roland Mark Unfiltered video in just one moment.
Racial injustice is a scourge on this nation, and the Black community has felt it for generations. We have an obligation to do something about it. Whether it's canceling student debt, increasing the minimum wage, or investing in Black-owned businesses, the Black community deserves so much better. I'm Nina Turner, and I'm running for Congress to do something about it.